we'll start this session probably light and easy. So, this is it. I think we're live.
Okay.
No difference, right?
No.
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 I didn't do a proper sound check today, but I think we probably will be okay. But
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
So, we have a very special guest today. I think this person holds a very special place, I think, that in my career, because she started in a very different capacity, and then I think I never thought I had the opportunity to actually bring her in. But without further ado, hi,
Hello.
Mikalina Simonson.
Hi.
Mikalina, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I guess what I will start off with is I joined the company back in May 2nd to be exact. Prior to joining the company, I had various different jobs. I started off prior to coming here, I was at Four Seasons, was a receptionist there, and then also worked in the restaurant. And then prior to that, I was a cocktail waitress for about 5 years in different various clubs. Started off in Indiana and then came back to Atlanta and was a cocktail waitress there. So as far as career-wise, that's pretty much where my history behind that is.
Let's see. I think very interesting about why we're so different is obviously we focus on the entire 360 within the niche IT market, but every single one of us have a story. I know we have several people who came from the hospitality background, and I grew up with partially my family also from the hospitality background too, but you really got your hands very deep into many different spectrum behind the bar, also on the serving side, customer service, probably back office, receptionist, and so on. So today I really want to talk about obviously a little bit about your journey, but also I want to dive in a little bit further into, I remember your start date specifically was May 2nd. Remember I started was, I came to IT Wars first, holding and starting the market, and gradually transitioned into my current position on the talent acquisition, also the training development side of things. Mikalina was my very first guinea pig. No, guinea beauty. Sorry, didn't need to call you that. Wow. Erase that, please rewind.
Wait.
But
Live. We can't go back.
I know, but I saw her transformation. I think that when she was interviewing, first of all, I saw a lot of spark moments beyond her preparation and then things that she went through. So tell us a little bit more about prior to you coming here physically, or actually our old office before moving to this beautiful facility. What were your expectations? What did you have in mind before you even step in for your first interview?
I mean, honestly, I didn't have really any expectations. I didn't know what to expect. I heard that this was a great company to join and a great place to be, and I just went for it. I decided to go to the interview after, speaking to one of my really good friends. He'd passed away a few weeks before I was able to go on my interview. And he just told me to live life off the wall. And ever since then, I just, anytime an opportunity comes, of course, I'm going to jump for it. And I've just lived by that quote since he passed away. So I didn't really have any expectations at all. But,
I know that was a very real transition time at the moment. Yeah. And from that point on to what have been explained to you during your interview process prior to coming on board, remember back at that moment, what was going through your mind?
The interview date or the day I stepped in the door here?
I think kind of both, because I think our process is so different than traditional interview methods.
During the interview, I was blown away, first of all. I was blown away. It was an amazing experience. It was just one of those experiences that you'll never forget. I just felt like I was part of a family. I felt like I was really cared about. They really, everyone in the interview process genuinely cared about me and really wanted to help me understand that they're going to foster my development within the company and my career and whatever career aspirations I had. At that moment, I didn't know exactly what I wanted, but they ensured me that they were going to help me foster that and help me become a businesswoman, even though I never really was that person before in the past.
So prior to becoming let's check that into a later conversation about the businesswoman. What was your idea in mind of what a businesswoman per se, what a business person would be?
Someone that's very entrepreneurial, someone that handles everything, takes care of everything right there on I can't even come up with the word at the moment. But someone that's just very entrepreneurial, and really has that ability to create their own destiny and really follows through with it. Someone that doesn't sit back and let things just fall in their lap, someone that just takes control of whatever they want in life. And that's what a businesswoman to me is.
So how do you see yourself that from where you were a year ago to today? What has been the transformations that in your perspective? I've seen many breakthrough moments.
Yeah.
What has those particular moments to you?
Well, I think, I had never been a businesswoman per se in the past. However, there's several different experiences that helped me kind of mold my way through it and figure it out. And I think most importantly, it was me being a cocktail waitress. And in a sense, you do have to figure out your own way. You have to navigate your own way through that whole experience as far as getting your own clientele and things of that nature. Of course, it's not the same industry, and it's a whole different realm, but I feel like that is one thing that really helped me get through, what I do today. Yeah.
So, prior to, I think, May last year, you haven't had any clue in what recruitment is, as in general, even from let alone business development, recruiting, staffing, and all. So what has this experience for you the past year? What has it been like?
It's been a great experience, honestly. It's been a lot of ups and downs. It's constant learning. And like I was mentioning earlier to someone else, I think it's a part of life where, when you want to learn something new, you're always going to hit that rock bottom. And then you gradually learn your way to get to the top. And I think that that's been my journey throughout this whole thing, is a lot of ups and downs, more ups and downs, but...
and more up and down.
More ups than downs. But, the experience to me has been great, and it's not only helped me develop as a businesswoman, but more so in my personal life as well.
So how does that translate into your personal life?
In various different ways. I felt like I was very complacent and very content with a lot of things in my life prior, and I would let a lot of things either drag on or not handle things correctly, or not really appreciate my time or other people's time. And I feel like this entire experience has helped me manage that more so, and help take control of my life and my destiny, not just in here at work, but also in my personal life, and really help me decide exactly what I want for myself, for my life, and for Kingston, of course.
So let's talk a little bit more about that. What did you envision your life, I think, prior to you starting here, before May last year? What did you have in mind when we're talking about the goals or aspirations per se?
Well, I've always wanted to be a naturopathic doctor. So that was my goal. That was the only thing that I really had in mind. I didn't really have any sense of direction. I think that at that point in time, I never really sat down and asked myself, Mikalina, what are your goals, or where do you really want to see yourself? All I knew is that I wanted to be a naturopathic doctor, just to be real honest with you.
Where, when, how?
Exactly.
Those were all in the somewhere in the making, but know that may be the end goal, but don't know where the path when you're getting there.
Never defined. Never really defined.
Yeah, I think one thing that's so particular is how we do think the full 360 is conceptualize those things, actually making things happen. I know I say a lot of, everybody probably see me doing the hashtagging, make it happen at all time. But how does that really mean this? That putting something tangible either on the timeline, as everybody are watching this specific portal, probably all see that Facebook obviously have a timeline capability, is something tangible, a goal without setting something there specific based on a timeline, something tangible. It's hard to achieve sometimes. So
there's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing that can be achieved if there's not a timeline, if there's not a goal, if there's not something that's more definite. And being here and working with everybody here, that's really helped me put those timestamps, make things more definitive, and really help me see where I'm going so I can navigate my way through it instead of just going, pretty much just blind through life. I mean, you don't get anywhere like that.
Yeah. And we talk about the SMART goals, something specific, something measurable, something achievable, and in order to put that into perspective, how to make that happen. I think that we can probably talk another session also, just talk about specific goal setting of making things happen and gradually step by step. So tell us a little bit about the success that you have so far.
So I guess what I could do is start back, from day one. Started off on our Epicor market. Felt like I progressed pretty fast through that. Had the opportunity to become a mentor several times over and love it. And then got to jump into IFS, which is
an amazing market.
Exactly. And with more successes, I just have bigger and better plans for what I want to do here at IT Works.
So how has your aspirations, either career, personal, professional, how has your aspirations developed or changed throughout the course of the past year?
It's changed a lot. It's changed quite a lot in the sense that, of course, like I said, I wanted to be a naturopathic doctor. Now I'm in that state where I'm very happy to be with this company and happy to grow within this company. Now, since we're opening up the office over in San Diego, that's one of my goals is to make my way over there. I've always wanted to live in San Diego, and I'm like, well, there we have it. Connect the dots. Make it happen.
Is that somewhere on the horizon?
I think eventually down the line. I don't have, with that, I don't have, a definite timestamp on that. That's something that I need to go back and reevaluate. Okay. Also make probably more tangible goals to be able to achieve that, but
wow, that's a big opportunity. Obviously,
it is.
While we're just talking about putting something tangible, something that's measurable, a timeline, how does that all make sense in the bigger grand scheme of who Mikalina is, where you're looking to, who you aspire to be, where you're looking to go, and so on. So what's on the horizon for you right now? Looking at different goals.
Different goals. So my goal is to, I want to bill at least, I want to bill at least 400K this year, and that's what's on the horizon for me. That's my goal.
Gross profit, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of people probably are talking about sales number.
Yeah.
They're talking about purely gross profit.
Yeah, and that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to aim for.
Good. So I think comes with the successes after there are some rock bottoms, challenging moments. So tell us about some of the challenge I experienced through.
I think the biggest challenge was going from Epicor to IFS, which is a completely different market, and knowing that is one of our biggest markets, most successful markets, and we've had the most successful people placed there. I had really big shoes to fill, and I think that was one of the biggest things that it was so intimidating. For one, it was just tough. So not only learning the new market, but knowing that I had big shoes to fill, I think that was the most, probably the most, not the most, but the lowest low that I had. And I had to muscle through it. And at the same time, I'm mentoring someone as well that was completely new to the company. So it was a point where I had to juggle so many things and getting pulled in so many different directions. It was tough. It was difficult. There were days where I was just like, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this.
So there was some doubting moments.
I was doubting myself like none other.
So walk us through one that doubting moment what was going through your mind?
I am terrible at my job. I can't do this. I can't. Yeah, I had a lot of I can'ts in my head.
I think I come across with a lot of people, either experience or not. This is probably the toughest job I personally have ever had, really. looking at business development and looking at recruitment, and then pretty much the whole 9 yards all together within one big picture. So how did you dock yourself out of that hole? Your own way.
I mean, sometimes in life you just have to muscle through it. You do. You put your head down, you focus on one thing. When you're getting pulled in so many different directions, you put your head down, you focus on one thing, and you achieve that goal, and then you go to the next one. You can't focus on the I can't or this is impossible. I noticed that when I was doing that, I was getting nowhere. But as soon as I just put my head down, I was like, okay, one thing at a time, muscle through it, and now I'm here.
And you made
climbing the mountain.
Oh yeah, big progression. This past 2 weeks, let's talk about the immediate results. Has been phenomenal, and then obviously looking at your pipeline with your team, Justin. Lots of beautiful things along the way, and you have a great team behind you as well. And then I think one of them is actually partying right now in Vegas. We'll say hi to him.
Hi, Cameron.
Hi, and then also he's got a growing head count too. Cameron, we're gonna give you a call after this session. So, so tell us a little bit more about, if you don't mind me go back a little bit more. Now, most people don't believe in that, doing what we do with somebody coming with no experience, especially in anywhere in staffing in general, how that is like. And we have some competitors and friends that actually are watching right now. Just give me some perspective. Coming in from a no recruitment experience, what has that transformation been for you? I think it's probably a very interesting angle of looking at things.
I'm trying to figure out how to answer this.
Walk through your own journey. What did you went through, overcome per se?
I mean, the thing is, I think if you come from really any industry into something that's completely unknown, it's going to be tough. It just is. But as long as you put in the time and the effort, and you have to study, just like in school, and get to know your market and get to know what you're doing, you become better and better. I mean, I'm caught up. Caught up in my words.
That is awesome. Especially I think looking at recruitment, tell us a little bit about the resources that you found here since you came in the picture, and then also grow with our company. What do you think had the resources specific that hit home for you that help you grow as a business person?
Oh, well, I mean, major shout out to you. That's been you've been a huge resource and a huge help. Honestly, he held my hand, walked me through all the training, had so much patience with me. And then also all of my colleagues, everybody here is just so helpful, and they hold my hands. Hold my hand, and carry me on their back until I can stand on my own 2 feet. So, all the training and development that Kyan put in with me, his little guinea pig, you can see all of the other employees we have in here. We had, 14 when I started?
Yeah.
And we're at 20...
Officially 30. With a new star coming on Monday as well. I think it's a big number for us to hit. Actually, technically 31. Yeah, with one specific person transitioning to the West Coast. Lots of beautiful things. For the record, I did not frame that question to talk about myself.
No, but seriously, no, he didn't. But that's the honest truth. His trainings have helped so much drastically. Major shout out to Kyan.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Are you gonna cry?
No, my goal was actually make you cry.
He made me cry on my interview. It's my turn.
Part of training development. Any tricks that you have? Any trainers out there?
See, I'm gonna sip my coffee.
And Mikalina has done a lot of mentoring and training as well on the new staff. And I think that for anybody thought of, are you kidding me? Somebody doesn't come in with no staffing experience within a few months want to train another person. But really, it's having that business mindset is very, very important. I think that's something that you have been so inspirational to me. That a lot of times that just when you at that particular moment, when you see a person develop and then they can say and frame the conversation so beautiful, so it doesn't matter candidate or client. I think one particular moment when I saw you was about 3 months in. start framing a specific conversation on contract negotiation with a client, that was beautiful. That was just impeccable and anything I've ever heard of. And I think that's partially entrepreneurship, but partially because you really wanted. You really wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
And then making things happen. I think that moment is, that you're being pushed off your comfort zone to blossom into something else. How did that feel? Do you remember that moment?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm getting goosebumps. They're coming. It was empowering. It was empowering. I mean, you see by my face, I don't think I have to say anything. I don't think I have to say anything, but it was very empowering. It was right there.
Nice. I remember that moment, and as I saw that, I think the entire room stopped. You literally just turned around and listened to her talk. Are you listening to this? Like how she's framing that particular language, how she communicate with the client to get to the point, to be a true business person. And I think that moment, that blossom, there's nowhere going back.
No.
It's fantastic. So I do want to have you potentially shout out to any other potential prospecting entrepreneurs in the making, individuals that are looking to either partake in the staffing recruitment or perhaps maybe IT works. We don't know if that's the right thing for them. Again, it's not for everybody. What words of wisdom that can you share with these individuals? Aspiring.
Several. Never say no to new opportunities, especially if it's unknown. It's always great to explore new opportunities and go for it. Like I mentioned earlier, I do live my life off the wall, like that Michael Jackson song. Like my friend said, not off the wall, but you know what I'm saying. Awesome. But never be afraid to take jumps, take leaps, take new opportunities. You never know what's going to come out of it. Everything in life is a new learning opportunity, and I think that everybody should always take that opportunity if they have it. Also, never give up. Never give up. Never hang your head low, or try not to hang your head low and fill your head up with I can't. Because the second you do that, you really can't. As soon as you just, again, put your head down, focus on one thing, focus on something, and nail it, and you will.
I love that. That's something I always admire you, that you have that, just go get it.
Yeah.
Some people call it bulldog, or some people call it the go-getter or the achiever. I think it encompasses a little bit of everything, but ultimately is you want it, and you make it happen. That's something I really admire about you. So let's also take an opportunity to talk a little bit about your market.
Okay.
So what are you working on right now?
IFS.
IFS. What's going on in the IFS world market, the Mikalina and Justin market?
So much. So pretty much, I would say maybe a month ago, we really didn't have any business on. And I just kept saying, I don't know where this is going to go, where this is going to take us, because they've always, IFS has always been very, very successful.
And very, very niche too.
Yes. So all of a sudden, with Justin and I, everything clicked and everything just snowballed. And I believe it's several different reasons why. One being business development and our tenacious attitude to just go get it. But another thing is there's so many new implementations going on and upgrades going on within IFS and IFS companies. And since we are the go-to people within IFS, everybody's coming to us. It's been difficult to kind of juggle everything at one time, but it's awesome. It's incredible. The snowball effect has definitely hit, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, we obviously see a lot of traffic coming through, either through LinkedIn, through different social media tractors, and obviously look at our boards, our daily and weekly traffic. Lots of beautiful things happening.
Yes.
So on that note, how is your experience like working with somebody that's new or joining your team, mentoring somebody else that's directly within your market? How has that been like, being a mentor?
You know what? At first, it was difficult because I just didn't know. I didn't know my market. I didn't know really what was going on. I didn't know what I was doing. But it's been great. It was like I said, it was a challenge at first, but one day we just sat down and said, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna go about it." And it was all of a sudden just like a best friend connection. So. I mean, it's been a challenge, but I mean, we're rolling. We are. See him right there? Right there. Say hi, Justin. Or not. Yeah, well, we're
in
rolling.
the zone. He's actually listening to this, I think. But maybe a few seconds later, he'll probably start seeing that, turning his head and coming in and say hi. So, very cool. So, anything else you'd like to share with it at the moment about what's next? Expectation-wise.
As far as?
Anything. You have a little one too, King?
Yes, I have a little one. My little one. Yeah, I think, honestly, without having him, I don't think I could. This might sound very cliche, but it's true. I would not be half the person that I am now, or wouldn't even be able to take on this job or take anything serious. I don't want to cry, but seriously, every single thing that I do, that's anytime I feel that I can't in my head, I just look at his face and there's no I can't. It's I have to. So. He's gonna try to make me cry, and I'm not going to. I'm not, because I'm a big crybaby. I'm not doing it here.
Thank you, Mikalina. Simon is always inspirational. And if you have any more questions for us, give us a call. And you always can reach me at Coffee with Kyan. And our number is 678-291-0081. IFS need. You got the strongest team, probably in the world. Let's leave it that way. Thank you all. Enjoy a happy Friday and cheers to lots of success for Mikalina.
Thank you.